Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Agrawal and today I am going to give a short presentation on extraction of pillar in thick coal seam. So let us start with the introductory part. Board and pillar method of mining is one of the oldest method. Pillars are left as support and output is nearly 20%. After development, the pillars are being extracted which follow different procedure according to the geographical condition, and the extraction of pillar increases the output to 60%. So this project deal with the extraction of pillar to increase the efficiency of mining with safety. So now let us talk about the process of de-pillering. It is the process of extraction of coal from pillar. It is also called pillar cutting or broken working. Below is the diagram showing the sequence of pillar extraction with diagonal line of face. Now let us talk about the types of de-pillering. The first one is de-pillering with stowing. De-pillering with stowing is a method of pillar extraction in which the GOF is completely packed with incombustible material and generally plasticized, where it is necessary to keep the surface and strata above the seam intact after extraction of coal. It is a safe method after a de-pillering as it packs the GOF area, so the chance of subsidence is decreased. Now let us talk about the circumstances for adaptation of this method. There should be presence of water bearing strata above the coal seam which is going to be extracted. Railway, river, road, etc. situated on the surface which cannot be diverted. Surface building which cannot be evacuated. Restriction imposed by local or government authorities for the protection of the surface. Now the second one is de-pillering with caving. In this method, the coal or pillar is extracted and the roof is allowed to break and collapse into the voids or the de-coaled area known as GOF. As the roof strata about the coal seam break, the ground surface develop cracks and subsidies, and the extent of damage depending upon the length, thickness of the seam extracted and the nature of strata, such as thickness of the subsoil and effect of driveway faults. Now let us talk about the principle of pillar extraction. The roof surface at one time should be minimal. It should be around for 60 to 90 meter square for caving and 90 to 100 meter square for stowing. The extraction line should be so arranged as to facilitate roof control. In practice, diagonal line or step diagonal line of face is common. In special cases, a steep diagonal line of face or even straight line of face has been selected. Below is the diagram showing the diagonal line of extraction, and at right side the diagram shows the step diagonal line of extraction. Now let us talk about the method of mining thick coal seam. A general classification of method of mining of thick coal seam is summarized in figure 1. Several variation to this method are also tried in different mines. So let us start with slice mining. In this method of mining, a coal seam is divided into slices of appropriate thickness, and each slide is worked in a method similar to that of an entire seam having thickness same as the slice. Coal from the slices can be extracted in ascending, descending or in mixed, both ascending and descending order. Below is the diagram showing the descending, ascending and ascending, descending order. Ascending slicing. In ascending slicing method, the first slice is the bottommost slice which is excavated first. Working of this slice is like working a seam of average thickness. Subsequent slicing is done with stowing, that is the upper slices are worked on the field surface of the bottom slice, and therefore ascending slicing cannot be adopted with caving. The last slice can be worked either with stowing or caving. Now let us talk about mixed order slicing. In this method, coal seam is divided into block, each block consisting of a number of slices. The slices in the block are worked in ascending order with stowing, while the blocks are worked in descending order. This method is commonly practiced in horizontal slicing method of thick seam mining. Now let us talk about the next method, which is sublevel caving. Sublevel caving is applicable to thick seam with cavable roof and soft coal. Though by blasting, hard roof can also be caved and hard coal seam can be softened. This system consists of mining a slice along the roof by normal long hole method with caving with flexible artificial roof laid on coal along the floor or the first slice. Mining of other slice along the floor of the seam and taking down the coal parting between the two slices by long hole blasting, which is loaded out in a conveyor laid along the floor of the seam. As the floor rotates, wire meeting over steel barrier set on the floor to form artificial roofing. Some 30 meter behind the top face, another long wall face takes a slice of 1.8 meter along the floor. The middle coal plate, which is usually thicker than the top and bottom slice, is mixed at a distance of 3.5 meter behind the floor long wall face by blasting with long subholes drilled from under the support of the lower surface. The artificial roof prevent the caved stone from mixed with the coal of the middle plate. The mining in the lower and upper slices can be mechanized by shearers. Now, this is a diagrammatic layout of mining a thick seam by sub-level caving. While this method is applicable to irregular seam thickness, it has a number of drawbacks. They are problem of working in phase at the roof if the roof of the seam is undulating and fragile. Winning in previous slice cancel the effect of strata pressure. The core to be undermined is de-stressed and required softening to break it. Now let us talk about the next method, which is integral caving. The main development is full shortage, working or integrated sub-level caving, that is recovering in a single operation all the coal of the seam from a full face progressing on the floor. Figure illustrate. The advantage of these methods are the development cost and the investment in phase equipment are well below the required for the method of slice parallel to stratification, and this advantage still further increased by the fact that greater seam thickness may be worked. Automation of support system with air-related roof bars known as banana. Small number of faces can produce large quantity of coal. OMS is high in this, up to 20 tons. Now, as we know that when there is some benefit, there is some loss also. So the problem of integral caving working are methane emission. In gaseous seam, methane emission is increased because of high assuring taking place in the sub-level coal above and in advance of the coal phase. As a precaution against gas ignition in gassy mines, blasting should be done with small charges which will only crack the coal mass. Water infusion at low pressure to produce crack is also helpful. Now there is also risk of fire. Crushed coal left in the gophy may catch fire. As a safeguard, the following precautions should be taken. The working should be done strictly on a retreat. There should be slight dip toward the coal face. This helps in GOF control and also permit fire damp of nitrogen. Leakage of air should be eliminated. During holidays, the panel should be sealed. Working should be done in panel which can be extracted within the incubation period. Now this is a diagram showing the representation of long cable bolt for stage blasting. Now the seam is extensively developed on board and pillar pattern, where the pillar size varying from 20-30 meters centers along the floor up to 3 meter height. Deep yielding by splitting and slicing was planned by conventional cycle of drilling and blasting and manual loading of coal into the mine car tubs, on the tubs being hauled by trolley wire locomotives to the surface. So this is the end of my presentation, and I hope that all your doubts are cleared.